What is the difference between this and theft? Because they are permanently depriving Walmart of their goods, they're picking it up and throwing it at other people, they're not fit for purpose, they can't be sold. In fact, they're the subject of criminal activity. Crime is the new black entitlement. It's a minute long. Let's see what has happened. That's a Walmart employee. Oh my God, they're throwing stuff. They have no care for the business. Somebody call the cops. Why don't you do it? Takwisha. It's, you know, what really, when I see things like this, I just wonder. There was a time America was maybe 95% white, and the blacks were, you know, elsewhere. They lived in areas by themselves with minimal interaction with whites, and then you had integration allegedly, and now blacks are everywhere. We don't know where this Walmart is, but the fact that as a white person you can go shopping to a Walmart with your family perhaps, and you see 5 black women fighting each other with their asses out, throwing soup cans at each other, and the Walmart employees are just staring at them, just, you know, nominally trying to separate or stop the disruption to the commerce at the shop. I just wonder how white people feel when they see things like this. So it's a rolling fight across several aisles. So sometimes they engage in tribal warfare in Walmart with their whole asses out. Nobody's surprised. This is black culture. Team brings guns to school and gets the entire family arrested. They're all blacks. We don't need to go through all this. It's quite long. Next, National Conservative, 16-year-old charged with murdering a man in Evansville, Indiana. It looks like police call it a violent robbery. Guilty is Dalton Collins, 19 years old. 16-year-old stabbing a 19-year-old. Where have we seen that before? We have a 12-year-old stabbing a 9-year-old. This is black crime, black and white murder. Very painful to see. Hopefully the parents are not as forgiving as the last one. And we're supposed to check Family Dollar. What was it? We're supposed to check Family Dollar for the robberies. Where is it? Oh, we don't have it. Oh, this one. This was it. Let's try Family Dollar for the robberies. Family Dollar fight. Let's try fight. Okay. Okay, this is Chuck E. Cheese. Let's try Family Dollar fight. Let's try Family Dollar. Oh wait, what's this? Steal. Okay, here we go. First section. Mother has her daughter, who doesn't look more than 13, help her steal laundry detergent from Family Dollar. And a child shouldn't be dressed like this, but whatever. So, see her giving her guidance. Leave. She's actually coaching the child step by step on how to steal from a Family Dollar, and somebody got fired for pointing this out. Crazy. She's watching her steps. So let's see. Oh my God. What was the saying? Crime is the new black entitlement. So she's a video. She's a video stealing, and her first thing is, "Why are you following me? Why are you recording me? Why did you catch me?" Oh my God! Pitiful for catching you, teaching your child how to steal. Yeah, the daughter chimes in. Of course, she's learned from the best. Stay out of business, how we pay our bills. You didn't pay anything. You stole, and your daughter is a ghetto brat. Oh, with the pistol. Crazy. Is that registered? With the clock? Damn. This is how. Are you guys listening to this? She's not denying the crime. She is giving you an excuse. And the reason, this is how I take care of my children, by showing them how to steal from the Family Dollar. And somebody just lost a job for pointing this out. Isn't that something? Isn't that something to write home about? So, what are we saying? Oh yeah, I think I've seen this video before. Smack the phone straight out. Okay, so I mean, need we say more? So this last one. This is the last one. So obviously, Black Paul. Let's see what he does. I guess he's just inspecting. Okay, I think it's just laughing at it. We thought that they would do the regular black things, but we see the example. But let's look at this one. Even the dollar store wasn't cheap enough for these suspects. Steal from a family. I remember this.
Dollar store wasn't cheap enough for these suspects, who police say tried to steal from a Family Dollar in New York in an incident that got physical.
Family Dollar, black people stealing. Why is that woman fired?
The NYPD says it happened in the Bronx. Cops say the male and female suspects entered the store, put merchandise in a cart, and
of course
attempted to leave without paying.
The same method as the one from before.
That's when an employee stepped in to stop them, grabbing the cart and trying to wrestle it away from the female suspect. Surveillance video from the
violence, stabbing, grabbing.
Incident shows moments later the female suspect put the
I'm sorry to laugh, but I need to pause this at the perfect frame to show you guys something. Just watch this.
Those moments later, the female suspect.
Look. So let's say you finish high school, you're trying to save money for college, whatever the case may be. You get a job working at your local Family Dollar. On your third day on the job, this is you being choked out by a fat fucking criminal trying to steal merchandise worth $7. Like you're literally about to lose your life worth $7 because the black person has decided that your life is not worth $7. Look at her face, the monkey face. No
employee in a chokehold. The 23-year-old employee sustained minor injuries.
23 years old.
And was treated by EMS.
It's not minor when someone tries to kill you by choking you to death. That's not minor. That's never minor. When you're in your place of employment, just trying to function, and then someone comes in and tries to kill you. Literally.
According to authorities. Now investigators.
This guy swung. He fucking swung.
Now investigators are looking for these two suspects, who they say got away with an unknown amount of merchandise. Anyone with information is asked to contact NYPD Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS or 8477. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Yeah. So, someone got fired for pointing this out, guys. Someone got fired for saying, yeah, black people do steal from our stores. Where's the lie? So, next up. This is just, typical black violence. Let's listen to it. The joy, the laughter. Of course, it's a white person inside. We know that because the black person is doing the assaulting. The camera was ready. Now, trust me, the person who tipped this over, I don't want to say trust me, but in every likelihood, the person who tipped this party over is not in direct cahoots and communication with the person with the camera. It's just a feature of black crime. There's a culture of black crime, and the black person knows to record the other person who's about to do something terrible. It's just normal. This is just what black people do. So hear the joy. Can you hear that laughter? Do black people enjoy even Thanksgiving this much? Do they? Like, can you hear that laughter from the heart? That laughter is a hearty laugh. It's like a self-fulfilling, joy that you just don't get in life as a black person. But when you do something, that deserves consternation to the white person, the joy is just indescribable. Yeah, so we knew it was a white person even before it was open, because that is what this black person understood. So here is a crazy police chase. We don't want to get too much. Let's just get to the point right before the crash. This was it, but let's have a little bit of build up to it. So obviously he hits many cars on the way. He drives into oncoming, keeps going, hits many cars. He's
still not slowing down. Lost his tire, Colleen. It's not only
oncoming.
Not going to hold. Look at this. He's squeezing through everybody coming in his direction. They're all swerving on either side of him. He's going to get into another head-on collision here.
Oh,
there it is. Head-on collision into an SUV. We are seeing dozens of vehicles.
It's terrible. You need to watch this.
Damage in this pursuit, and that was probably one of the most serious right there. Just ran right into the front of that SUV. CHP has given this up. They have now created distance. They are now putting this back in tracking mode for the time being. They've pulled back.
Oh, did you hear that? The cops are no longer engaging. Of course, he doesn't know that. But generally, when a criminal chase gets this long, the practice now is not to engage them like fucking Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. The practice now is to hang back and make sure, hopefully the guy calms down a bit, sees that the cops are no longer following him, but they have the air unit tracking him. So he doesn't know that he's not being chased, but he's still doing a lot of damage.
And you can see he is still straddling the double yellow lines, crashing into another vehicle. That flatbed is made of steel that is just doing tremendous damage with very little damage to the vehicle, other than the front end damage that we're already seeing there. But what we're saying, Mark, is
this back tire is not even rolling
that
anymore.
front left. Oh, no!
Boom! That was it. Let's watch that again.
The front end damage that we're already seeing there. But what we're saying, Mark, is that front left. Oh no! There it is! There it is!
Trust me, this person will not live well if there's someone in this part of the car. This person, terrible.
Two vehicles into cross traffic, a major collision into the front of a paint store at the strip mall at 7th Street and Terminal Avenue, ramming right through those two vehicles. The driver.
It's a black person, of course. Lengthy criminal history. Only one way to find out.
Stepping out of the vehicle and now walking away from the crash scene. That driver now walking.
So, this is one thing I want you guys to look at. Earlier in this video, we talked about a 12-year-old boy stabbing somebody to death 6 times, right? Where is he? This is a 12-year-old boy who stabbed somebody to death 6 times. Or stabbed somebody 6 times to death, right? Then down here, we have a 16-year-old boy, or 16-year-old black person stabbing a 19-year-old, right? So in both matters, we're looking at criminal culpability. Do they have the mental capacity to form the requisite mens rea for the crimes they've committed? Obviously, the key factor will be the age, right? Oh, he's so young, he's 12. He doesn't know that stabbing somebody 12 times will lead to the person's death, which he does. Same thing here with the 16-year-old who murdered somebody. We don't have the details of how the murder occurred, but I see this is good.
I just hate niggers.
True. Facts. We're tired. So, as I was saying, this person is 16, the other one is 12. What is the difference between the 16-year-old, the 12-year-old,
and now
and this grown man? As far as black people are concerned, these are all teens. We could describe this as a joyride that a teen got into a steel flatbed, and wrecked half the city.
Away from the crash scene. That driver now walking away from the crash scene. 2 major crashes there, and now he's walking up the sidewalk.
Does he have a driver's license? Is his license suspended? Is he even qualified to have a driver's license? The 6-year-old, the 12-year-old who stabbed the 9-year-old, does that 12-year-old have a license? It's the same thing. They're all the same. There's no difference. That's what I'm trying to say. Between a 12-year-old black person who stabs somebody 6 times and a 35-year-old black person who gets into a car and crashes half the city. There is no difference between these people. Hang them all. That's the point.
Walk. CHP is close by. The sheriff's department is close by. Long Beach police are likely on their way over here, and hopefully somebody will be able to get this person.
So, what's the next theme? Mental illness. Remember? It's the same thing. There was something here. So, black violence in the DR, the Dominican Republic. Allegedly, this black woman is throwing out, we can see all pineapples, we can see luxury yachts, but a black person has to. A black person must bring all the attention of the world upon themselves. Like behaving in the most, what's the word? Infuriating way possible. I'll show you a story that relates to this. Of course, an American black, of course. But what's the difference? Not much. Oh, God. You know, there's something so frustrating about this. Something so infuriating. Now, let me see. I don't let my house to black people. I think it was a Jamaican person. Or was it? Yes, Jamaican homeowner doesn't want black people stay. It's such an easy story. Jamaican vacation property owners sparks controversy. What controversy? With no black American guest stance. Now, the idea of racism and prejudice is that the racist just makes a judgment, sees that you're black, and decides, you know what, I don't like the color of your skin, therefore you're not allowed in my establishment, therefore I will not offer you my services. But that's just not true. The reason why people make that distinction is because the 500, 600, 700 black people who came before you did a certain thing. We recognize the pattern of people like you to do a certain thing, therefore we will prevent you from doing a certain thing. We don't know if this applies to you in particular, but we have a certain pattern. More people of the same race have more in common than not. Nobody has the time to pick out 2.6 billion black people and treat them all equally on the basis and the merits of the character. No one has this time. In a multicultural world, everyone knows everyone. Who was it? I can't remember who said it, but stereotype saves time. I think it was Jim Sexton. He said, stereotypes save time. Someone who owns a business, she needs to save time by avoiding black American guests altogether. Why do you think, for example, you hear some of them, they say, they charge us more. I'm black and they charge me more for the service or for the product. They charge more for black products or services to black people because black people inherently come with a cost. They can come and do a fake bogus return, or they can assault your employee, or get your employee fired, or bring some kind of consternation to your establishment, or steal, or you get the point. So black people inherently have a risk attached to them. So this one has taken the stance of avoiding black people altogether, but other people just say, okay, fine, if you're black, we'll raise the price. just to keep you out. That was kind of the